Hey everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Majesty the Fantasy Kingdom Sim. So, from one big dragon to a bunch of little dead dragons, we are now doing the Tomb of the Dragon King, and this has everything to do with dragons still, so it's still a little bit like, you know, a Might and Magic game. But with me here, as usual.
Hey everybody, it's the Lost Robo-Cat here, and apparently the only good dragon isn't a dead dragon, because there's no such thing as a good dragon.
And I'm Orv, and as we all know, the only good dragon is Sean Connery, and I'll brook no ill on that point.
Oh man, yeah, damn, I was gonna agree with RoboKai, but you raise a really good point, man. That is a good. You raise a really good point. I'm off my game now. But so what I'll just say is that this we are almost done with the Southern campaign. We have this mission and two more, and then we're done with the Southern campaign. So you can expect this one to be pretty much non-stop action. So don't be surprised when it's sped up a little bit when we get in there.
Your Majesty, I bear news of great import. Using his crystals and ethereal energies, the old wizard Tarsival has divined the destiny of your kingdom. His vision in such matters is usually quite clear, so I urge you to respect his forecast. The wizard claimed to see an ancient tomb, forgotten by all. It is rediscovered and visited by many heroes. One eventually recovered a magic sword that rests within. Tarsival insists that for the good of the land, this event must come to pass.
Why do we listen to wizards these days?
Yeah, they nothing good comes from wizards. And just in case you guys missed it, the wrinkle in this mission is that I can't build guard houses. It's kind of obnoxious, but what can you do?
Get robbed by ratmen, I assume.
Yes. You're spoiling something, but it didn't take that much to guess.
Oh, come on, we knew it was gonna happen.
Yeah, it didn't take that much to guess. Yeah, so the way I ended up re-rolling this entire mission about 4 or 5 times before I got a layout that I liked. Being on the edge right here, you're biased to be right near the edge, and it's not always a good thing. And you have a Rangers Guild down here that is going to get attacked by a dragon at the end of the first day. So there's also pretty much nothing you can do about that either. The other major bit of random generation is that you do have this little outpost nearby yours that has 2 guardhouses, a trading post, and a library. The most salient thing is the trading post, because the trading post has 9,000 gold in it, and you start with like almost no money in this freaking mission.
Your Highness.
Just thinking of the multitude of ways that tax collector could die while fulfilling his mission, and they're all really, really, really satisfying.
Most of which involves dragons. So yeah, that is actually one of the things that I consider just a screw it, re-roll the entire mission thing. If that tax collector dies,
He takes all that money and cashes it in, thank God.
I
was gonna say, I was very scared for a second there.
Yeah.
Whew!
Yeah, he's a straight badass and gets me the money I need. But honestly, if he hadn't, I probably would have just restarted, because seriously, this mission is too intense. You need that money, and you don't need it extorted, because that means you get like 5,500 of it. You need every last dollar.
This is a surprisingly small map for this late in the game.
Yeah, it is a somewhat smaller map, which again plays to the difficulty of it, because yeah, that is nowhere near the first dragon that we will see.
It's much easier for him to sort of stumble across your kingdom and make horrible things happen.
Well, they don't need to stumble. They have a tendency to just beeline straight for your crap. See, I mean, that dude alone has already burned out everything over there. I don't even care.
It was awful nice of him to sort of give it to us to start with anyway.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so I use wizard towers as basically the ablative armor for everything around here. They can, while magic is building them, they can just sort of barely get around them, and they're not expensive. So they do a good job of holding the fort while skeletons.
Well, we have a metal album now. It's a dragon just fighting a whole bunch of skeletons.
Skeleton.
Wizard's Tower burns in the background.
Yeah, skeleton dragon battle cry. I think that's the name of our new metal band.
Making this the perfect opportunity for a Dragon Force joke.
Also that. So yeah, the reason dragons suck so bad against skeletons, and why the temples to Crypta are exactly what you need here, is that skeletons, as I was pointing out there earlier, have 88 dodge, and that dragon fire counts as a ranged attack for some reason. Don't know why. Don't care why. Just care that it works.
Damn, for a bunch of mindless automaton wandering around, having that high of a dodge, that's pretty impressive.
I always kind of figured that it was due to the fact that, their bones, so piercing attacks don't work very well on them, and then they made dragon fire a ranged attack, which doesn't make anything remotely being sense.
Well, the true range you need to worry about is his voice.
If they all still have his sexy baritone voice, that just made our entire kingdom a lot better. This is my headcanon now.
Look at this, seriously.
Oh yeah.
There are enough skeletons to actually form a cube around him, a skeleton cube, and prevent him from moving anywhere.
This is basically the skeleton SWAT team.
This is gonna be gross.
Oh yeah.
There it goes. Night night, fucker.
Oh my god. So, first hurdle overcome. There will be many, many more.
it's the Dragon Olympics.
Oh my god. There are so many dragons on this map, and you
now there's a running track with like a bunch of skeletons just leaping over dragons on it. It's in my head now.
And there's number 2 already. God bless it. I was wondering if that sister was going to get fresh with the dragon. I was ready to cast invisibility on her because I didn't want to replace her.
Oh boy.
Here we go again. I don't know. Oh god.
I did not even have time.
I take my eyes off these women for one effing second.
Good lord. Probably why they shouldn't have sacred oils on you.
All up over their faces. That thing that they paint their faces with.
Yeah, it burns and melts real good, I guess.
I find it interesting that you need mundane peasants to repair wizard towers.
Yeah, it's different. It's different from that in Majesty 2, where magic both builds and repairs them.
I swear to God, that dragon death animation is from somewhere, and I just cannot remember where at all.
All I know is that I will never get tired of that noise that they make because it's incredible. Oh God.
And here we go.
Ratman!
He's in your marketplaces, stealing your gold.
I've been playing a lot of Payday recently, and I keep having these fever dreams of Ratmen being like the Payday gang.
Yo, guys, I've got a mission for you. Unfortunately, you've been replaced by rats.
Any of you make a thermal drill comment, we're done. I'm walking away. I've had enough of that.
Payday 2 is a bad game.
Payday 2 is a good game, and you are a bad person.
Well, you're not wrong.
Okay, so you might have noticed up here, like there was that one dragon that was just fighting two freaking skeletons, and they just could not get through 2 skeletons. That is basically what you need to cultivate over your entire kingdom here, is just skeletons roaming everywhere.
So you haven't charged any of your wizard towers yet in this video, despite the fact that it would help a lot?
Correct. You can't actually enchant them until you upgrade to Wizard Tower or Wizard Guild level 2, and I don't have the money for it yet.
Better to set up a pylon in the path rather than get them going.
Well, I mean, you look at our days here right now, right? I've been playing for about 7 minutes. The fact that I have this much of a kingdom built up is nothing short of incredible at this point.
Well, you cheated.
How'd I cheat now?
You know, with the stuff and the thing.
Them's fighting words, brother.
No, the thing you
Those are
did.
fighting words.
With the stuff.
Fighting.
Fuck you. You cheated.
Ratman's jammed.
A building has been upgraded.
Oh Christ! So yeah, I've got this entire economic sector right here, and I'm also building up a trading post up top. And I hide it in the corner because I know that if it gets any sort of attention, it's immediately dead.
Your marketplace now serves you better.
So yeah, basically at about 10 days you get a little bit of a break, but only a little bit of one. I'm still basically going to be spending it building up more ablative armor for the rest of the place. I also still need one more temple to Crypta before I feel good about this, because there's some pretty hardcore dragon rushes that'll come later on.
Sovereign, a building has been upgraded.
Frickin' the dragons come in onesie twosie are annoying enough, but
A new building is complete.
you know that's not even the big problem here.
They really hate rangers.
Well, so does Cool Guy if the way he treats their guilds is any indication.
I had to actually move that one. The first one you can let go because it's actually less expensive to replace your Rangers Guild as opposed to move it. But if I let it get destroyed, then those 2 Rangers that I currently have living there will get really huffy and leave my kingdom. And it's just like, okay, well they both cost 350 gold apiece to replace. Ugh, it's...
I like it. I like the homely look of the everything on fire and the tensile collapse. It's a nice looking Rangers Guild.
And get used to seeing a lot more of that. You know, I mean, it's just a lot of things get set on fire, both in this mission and missions to come, where the game decides it wants to start nut-sacking you.
I just love, like, the dragon destroys the wizard's tower, turns around, there's a wizard's tower behind it, and it's just like, what? Where did this come from?
You would think it would just continue. It would continue on to burn something that was a little bit more important. But nope, you can just sort of confuse him forever by continuously running around.
Just want to point out a couple seconds ago that skeleton repeatedly failing to kill that rat forever.
Yes. I noted that too, and I thought that was pretty funny.
That's kind of why I considered the Ratmen the payday gang in this one, because if your skeleton SWAT try to go up against a couple of Ratmen, they'll fall in droves.
Majesty, the local blacksmith offers new services.
You know, looking back, I'm not certain why I put that one there, considering that it was just covering a shit gambling hall.
Putting it down just to put it down, I guess.
Ugh.
You start laying down wizard's towers and you just can't stop.
Yeah. Lunord Adepts also have insane dodge as they get a couple of levels, so they are, oh god. Here it comes.
Nothing good will come of this.
Yeah, no, so about every 5 days after day 7 or so, it starts spawning a number of dragons at the edges of the map, which immediately make a beeline for your shit. So that one that spawned like right in the middle of my settlement is what I was talking about when I was saying that it's not always a good thing to have your kingdom on the side. Fortunately, the skeletons were on the scene, thank God.
So, welcome to your peek behind the curtain with Orv. We fucked up here, or I fucked up, and so now you get to listen to me babble about nothing for 15-20 seconds, because I don't actually have the audio for this bit. Hooray, unprofessionalism.
So yeah, it's like
Fucking great.
One step closer.
it's like 8 dragons.
As it turns out, that wizard's tower did hold him up pretty efficiently before it got blown up, so it did serve its purpose. Salute.
Yeah, I would have preferred them to just nuke the entire Elven Lounge. Because the weird thing about most of the Chaos Heroes is that they have low willpower, so they actually like going to Elven lounges and gambling halls quite a bit. It always seemed amazing to me that the priestesses of Crypta were the ones who liked hookers and blow the most.
Well, I mean, look, when you live in a temple surrounded by death and horrible things constantly, sometimes you just gotta get down with the bitches.
You would think that it would change your outlook on things a little bit, but I guess not.
Maybe they just like to go in there for the conversation.
We'll go with that.
Are you willing to work with death? Sosivar.
Millions of Sosivarus. Okay, so finally, with that thing over, I can get back to trying to explore the damn map. That is not the last time that this will happen, unfortunately. Oh God. I mean, you can see why this is one that might require a few retries.
Definitely doesn't pull any punches. In fact, its fists are shaped like dragons.
And its knuckles have little mouths on them.
Oh yeah, because that's a mental image I want at this hour of the night. You fucking son of a bitch.
Get used to it.
I think he'd be used to it by now. Sorry, I
He's
put up
not.
with this. How many episodes now? And the Lord of the Rings thing we didn't end up doing?
Oh my God, yeah.
At this point, it's just one long nightmare that I can't escape.
Does it blend together with rehab after the last level?
Yeah, something like that, but no.
I think Orv is still trapped in the last mission, and he hasn't actually like he's left it physically, but his mind is still trapped in there.
I honestly can't say I blame him for that. More goddamn dragons.
That dragon was still keeping pace pretty effectively. That's kind of terrifying.
He flies.
It's just damn.
So do you know if units in this that are flying are actually attached to the ground, or if they actually go over geography? Because it's different from engine to engine and game to game, but I'm not really sure I've ever noticed.
I do not know the answer to that question, and I think that you are going to have to be the one to figure that
I
out.
have to do all the fucking work!
Oh, yeah. Well, I know Command and Conquer had flying units that, you know, the orcas could only land at helipads, and the planes and things could only be set to go out straight for target and go back again.
That's a good point. I forgot about Command and Conquer 1. Man, that was a good game. Just like
No one should ever forget about Command and Conquer 1.
Yeah, it's kind of shameful, I will admit.
I don't remember how they did flying units in Dune 2 either. Like they might have just been. Who knows? I grew up with RTSs. A lot of RTSs.
All of the
so-
RTSs.
I mean, I think the original Dune, Dune 2
Yeah.
had flying units, so
Yeah.
who fucking knows?
Here's a shameful admission. I never actually played Dune. That's what I meant to say.
Well, Dune 2 was the RTS. Dune wasn't, I believe.
Yeah, I meant
It was
Dune
like
2. Sorry.
which is really weird. It's really weird. But you know,
No one cares about Dune 1.
yeah. I mean, this is you know, back before a change in gameplay of like a beloved series or something would piss people off. So, you know.
Let's be honest. I don't
worked.
think anyebody remembers Dune 1 as anything particularly amazing. So
I face death with renewed strength.
I'm just going on a little trip down memory lane now.
well, to be fair, this level isn't giving us a whole lot of material to work with right now.
Oh boy! And now we're reaching out into the into the wilderness.
Yep.
What? Are they like what?
So those are stony vampires. They're petrified. And when the obvious MacGuffin shows up right next to all of them, they go active. So I know exactly what's happening there, and really anybody, the brain can look at that and just be like, okay, yeah, that's going to be an issue. So I'm bargaining out there. They will be assimilated. And by assimilated, I mean electrified with a lightning storm.
You're ruining their goth poetry club.
It seems odd that even though they are currently statues, they are very susceptible to lightning. But I guess in this game, what isn't? So...
Sure, yes. Their resistance is normal when they are petrified, but vampires don't have fantastic resistance. Oh god, the next dragon invasion is here.
Oh boy.
I'm just imagining the creatures from Majesty in Command and Conquer, which would be fun.
Well, you could edit the files in Red Alert too, and you could have dinosaur fights.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, it's a shame you can't fuck with things like that anymore. It used to be so easy to just change everything around.
I loved the days of when you could just edit an INI file and you could just have some of the most insane shit happen. Like, in games. It was just... These days you don't get to fuck with games hard enough. I've heard like the Dark Souls is going to go debug mode, which lets you play as I'm sorry, as any boss. I saw someone running around as Priscilla.
That's
the
incredible.
boss Priscilla.
Yeah, you can play as any NPC provided you don't pass certain engine limitations, so you could fight like Manus as Artorias.
Everything about that is
That's
good,
beautiful.
and not a single thing of it is bad.
I wonder if there's anything you can do with Majesty for a similar sort of thing.
You can definitely do at least sound hacks. I've been with all of the voice things that I've been putting up. I've been extracting them from the game directly. It's almost as easy for me to repackage them and make something else in there.
So will Majesty be the next in a
Well-
line of prestigious games that have a home improvement mod for them?
You know what? Provide
So
somebody.
who gets to say I don't think so, Tim, over and over again?
So, instead of Your Majesty, a new building
dragons.
is complete.
It's the
I don't
dragons.
think so, Tim.
I'm just hoping you'll be able to set me up then for like one of the final missions I'm going to be doing. Could you just set me up so everything, all the different noises, are just replaced with that boing noise?
You know what? Provide me the waves, and I will make this happen.
Please don't. Please don't.
Also, it's kind of deceptive.
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen.
Well, it's kind of deceptive because I mean, in game here, we're talking very casually over this, but I am sweating through my shirt playing this game.
Yes, I'm like, damn, this is pretty freaking crazy. Meanwhile, at the Vampire Coven Poetry Slam-Off.
Oh my god, I like that they have like a tree as the judge.
Eventually Saruman will come out of Orthanc and start doing slam poetry, and the hobbits will have no choice but to listen to him.
Takes a long time to decide.
Oh god, the poetry tree.
Oh, fuck you.
You walked right into that one. You have nobody to blame but yourself. Christ.
This is what Majesty does to people.
To be fair, a lot of its humor comes from ridiculous puns at random intervals.
It's true.
Okay, let's see if we can maybe get a Temple to Fervus up now.
Dragons just come over and go, no, breathe on it.
The reason I'm doing supercharges here
what was that noise?
is that the thing that you have to keep in mind is that each wizard tower has to be built under the radius of an existing wizard tower or wizard's guild. And if you supercharge them, that increases the radius of the wizard towers and wizards guilds. This, of course, stops working in the expansion.
Because they realized that was probably kind of broken.
Oh, it was cheesy as hell. It was completely cheesy.
Your Majesty, a new building is complete.
What was your plan here with those spells? Like,
Renewed
What are you hoping to...
Yeah, I tried to decrepify them to try to make sure that she survived, because that's just that's not ending well for them.
Man, this isn't going well for anyone. Have you seen the fucking traffic jam in there?
I'm honestly really glad that I don't have a whole lot of caravans trying to make it through places, because they would never get through. They would just be drifting all around the castle 1,000 times because skeletons are always in the goddamn way.
Oh look, it's another unrecoverable audio segment. I considered putting something like the Bill Nye Show in here, but I couldn't possibly get away with that. So now you just get to listen to me ramble for another couple seconds. This tea, fucking delicious.
Well, one thing that I am totally interested in right now is the fact that I have had it with these goddamn dragons, so now they're going to get lightning stormed.
Think of all these goddamn dragons in my goddamn wizard towers.
Too many priestesses dying.
Yeah, I really hate that. It's like you gotta build up towards these, these big fights with like vampires exploding out everywhere and all your people are dying before they can get, big enough and strong enough to handle it. Though I guess, since that...
Good night. Assholes.
Oh, I was like, why the fuck are you doing this with wizard towers? Oh.
Well then! That was certainly one way to deal with the problem before it started.
Hey man.
Wow.
I'm all about overwhelming force.
It's just... I'm just standing there like, I see those hands coming in the distance, rising up, they're turning into things. Whoa, what's oh god!
They can't even move. I still love that even while they're petrified, they end up turning into a pillar of salt.
It's probably just finely ground gravel.
Yeah, so that might be why I had a few illusionary heroes around.
That's fucking ridiculous. This stopping to check things out, Elf. Really, they're very quick. They will catch you.
This is as nice as I'm ever getting to elves.
You're only doing it because you know the dragons will be crawling on you next.
Well, yes.
It's not even about elves, it's about kingdom sustainability in the face of overwhelming dragons.
Actually, it's about ethics in dragon.
No, stop! Fuck you! Stop! Stop! God damn it!
Please, God, no.
Alright, now this is just getting excessive. Like, really? How much money are you spending on this?
I've had it with these guys. I could very well just let the priestesses handle it at this point. As you've been hearing, they've been going hero pretty reasonably this entire time. But it's just like, I've got enough money. I've got plenty of money. I just want these things dead. Fucking troll.
This kid pops out of the wizard's tower.
It's just goddamn troll out of nowhere.
Just lightning bolt him just for the hell of it.
Oh, God.
God damn.
The good news is that by this point in time, you should be pretty much okay. This game still has, or this level still has one more nut punch up its sleeve, but you should be pretty much okay.
Oh, there's your graveyard. Is that the first time we've had the graveyard pop
Pretty
up?
sure, yes.
Yeah, it is, and somehow it wasn't in my mission.
Yeah, So yeah, basically what happens with the graveyard there is if you have too many heroes die and you don't resurrect them, it makes a graveyard where undead can spawn, just like zombies and skeletons and other minor nuisances like that. But since they're indestructible, you generally want to try to avoid hero fatalities just so you don't have to deal with the damn things.
Here comes trouble. Majesty, a newly discovered outpost has agreed to join your kingdom.
Could have used you guys a bit earlier.
Honestly, I was kind of happy that I got them at this point, because if they show up earlier, you can't protect them against one of those dragon rushes.
I suppose that's a good point.
So now I've got all of the Krypton cool stuff and Rage of Chrome, and every good video ends with Rage of Chrome.
Every good everything ends with Rage of Chrome.
Something like that. Just cow out of nowhere.
Yeah, they're probably just waiting to turn up in another one of my fucking videos. Seriously.
Your Majesty, a new building is complete.
Stop! Don't hurt her! Don't hurt her!
Sovereign, a building has
The graveyard's full, leave her alone. It's like a troll walked out of there too. It was like he was really confused. Everyone was like, oh, that half-naked guy's like big and green. I'm not sure he's a- oh my god, what is this even supposed to be?
That's the Dragon King tomb. It spawns with like 8 dragons.
So you spend the entire African GDP to kill them with lightning. Congratulations, Cobra Commander.
So
Just shaking my head in wonderment
Yeah,
at just all of this fucking dragon.
yeah, they're
I kinda, the Minotaurs don't seem so bad no more.
not really. There might have been a reason why I decided to Borg that portion of the map.
Yeah, I had wondered, like, wizard towers are useful, but not that much, and oh, yeah.
It starts to make sense.
Yeah, you know, eventually. Clearly, I don't actually play this game.
Oh Christ! Yeah, this mission drove me a little bit insane, but it didn't drive me to, you know, blackout drunkenness the way yours did. So, you still rule the roost as far as suffering goes. Like, that dragon would live for like 3 seconds.
Really genuinely surprised they didn't just like extend the middle finger with the end with the undead dragon.
Majesty, I bear glorious news. The magic sword rested exactly where Tarsival had predicted. This artifact sings with mystic energies. It's truly a marvel.
We need new wizards.
Oh my God! Yeah, it always amazes me how, you know, you spend that entire mission just sweating straight through your shirt that entire time because dragons can, if they can just get even a little bit of momentum, they'll fuck you up. And then it's just like, yeah, hey, you know, this is a pretty cool sword. Okay, next. Just like, fuck you, man.
Yeah, it's like, I love that. I love how to say that is. That was exactly where he predicted. Knee deep in dragons.
He didn't predict the dragons. I want this idiot's head on my plate. Oh God.
That's the next quest. But to get his head first, you have to navigate a giant bog where every like 5 paces, more dragons just randomly appear, and they're being ridden by minotaurs.
And also, once you get through all of that, he just has a bunch of dogs that are all like level 50 for no reason.
I really don't need any more nightmares about level 50 dogs, but thanks for that.
I think I've had a nightmare or two like that. So, but you know, we'll go over that next time when Robokai tackles something that's literally out of our nightmares, a Lich Queen. So until then, I'm having a mint, and I've been Cool Guy.
I've been Robokai, and I've got a bag of jackets.
And I've been Orv, and my AA sponsor doesn't believe me when I drink because of magical dragons.
You need to go back to rehab. Take care of yourselves, folks.